Welcome to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Lincoln Financial Field, and it is indeed home to the 2018 Super Bowl champion Eagles. The Link also is home to the Temple Owls. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, a squad looking to put on a show. Taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Temple Owls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after they catch. Going to have to be really careful trying to cover that deal.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
They'll throw it on first down. Quickly complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's loose. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now on the move. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Coming after him. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting first and 20. Wants to pass. He's got it. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And now they've moved into the red zone. Makes the catch. It's Schroeder. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. 9th play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. It is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
The Owls offense will go to work for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field. And that's why you had a big play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Pulls it in. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Snap from the gun on third down. Finds the tight end. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's looking to throw. Got a man. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Defense in press coverage. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Temple lining up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And now this offense will take the field again. He leaves it with his back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Second down coming up. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to... And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception. small gain, I know. But, again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
On second down, they'll take to the air. A little release to the back. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. After the incompletion, looking at second down. Here we go. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And come on now, O-line, you got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
He makes a grab, and he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
That's what's so scary about this offense.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. They want to throw it. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Appalachian State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Kidd Brewer Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Southern Miss.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Zings it complete to the right.
We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Trying to find his man on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. All the way in for the touchdown.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Just about set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
On second down, looking to throw. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Just a short pass to the tight end. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Owls have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Wide open downfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. They want to just keep throwing it. On the run, still looking. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. All the way down to the 15-yard line, it's 1st down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Owls. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They'll make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Just over 30 seconds to play here in the first half as they take over 1st and 10. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught close to the marker, it's Schroeder. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. This time, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. They get to him as he throws. He's got an open man. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Offense, quick tempo. They're getting this guy lathered up. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs.
And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. 1st and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. And it's a touchdown, puts 6 on the board.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. He's looking to throw. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so it's a 2-point conversion attempt. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And the quarterback is snowed under. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Comes out throwing on first down. The sure hands, it's Schroeder. Got room at the 35. Oh, look out, there he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Schroeder. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Appalachian State is ahead in this one, and we've seen this program pull off some incredible wins over the years, but they're not there yet. They're up by 10 over Southern Miss. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Wants to throw on second down. Quickly to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Owls look to keep this drive humming. He's looking to throw it. Moving away from pressure. At the 40, there he goes. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. It's a draw. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Off-play action on 1st down. Fires on the move. It's complete. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the 4th quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. 4th down and 10, and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Temple lines up quickly.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Firing toward the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense is back on the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the 1st down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 1st down ends this football game.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They'll give it to the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Leaves it with the running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty.
29 Philly. 2-9
He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
3-25.
He's looking to throw. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Going for 6. Touchdown, Owls. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Complete to the left. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it... Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. And the Bulls will put toe to leather and will get started. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got him wide open. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David.
Hit the afterburners, kid. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They're going to throw it again. He's right on target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
He caught it. And he's in for the touchdown.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulls offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
Man, so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Bulls come to the line in the hurry-up. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got rid of it just in time. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for the touchdown.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Running back searching for a hole. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And off to Jones. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And the Bulls will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls.
The Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Power football with the run. Still running at the 40. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. A strike downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the 1st half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. He'll just keep slinging it. Pressure coming. He's got his man.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the 1st.
Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Florida. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum.
And it's slipped out. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back, and as an added bonus, they get the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He's going to pass. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Bulls headed quickly to the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. To the ground with the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Bulls will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Secures it at the 30. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent.
What a snag by the defense. Takes it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, USF. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's got room. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. He's looking to throw it. Gonna take a shot. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll leave it with him. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Cincinnati.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
He's looking for a man on second down. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. And the Bulls in the hurry up. On third down, going up top. Quarterback moving. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. First down here for the offense. The give to the back. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. First and 10.
Get set, get set.
Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. Rams him with the stiff arm. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Dobbs. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
From the gun, running back on the move. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. To the ground to try to move the chains. Trucks through the defender. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Now inside the 20, first and 10 from the 18. Now from inside the red zone. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. All kinds of run. Just keeps moving. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
One of the first things I want to do when I come into a game is I'm going to go, where do I have the advantage? Where are my guys better than yours? And maybe they feel good about their matchup out wide. Some of those wide receivers making some of these big plays down the field. This is a good sign for this offense.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Trying play action. They're trying to get to him. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They're bringing heat. He'll try to do it himself. At the 35, he's open. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Bulls want to pick up the tempo.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He'll keep it himself. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. He's going to run it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying, lets it fly deep downfield. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They'll ride the hot hand. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away.
On the ready.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll try the run. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
On the
If
set.
they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books.
Yankee blue. Yankee blue. 3 and 25.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
Ready?
Now on 2nd down.
Lasso. Lasso.
The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Here's the handoff. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Got it.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown Bulls! And once he... And it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Offense getting set for 1st down. He's going to pass. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He makes the connection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Going to try to get it himself. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Finds his man enough for the first. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. A fresh set of downs after that fourth down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. They'll line up for a second down play. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Feeling some heat. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to need a few plays now to get some of this momentum back. Remember, they had a massive lead earlier in the game, but that's dwindled now. You wonder if they were just sleepwalking a little bit. They've got to step up now and play with some urgency.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. And they come out with a field goal lead. Defense just got to stop now to capitalize, David.
Yeah, keep the momentum going, right? Defense did a great job. They held serve, got you the football back, Jesse. Let's go get some points.
I'm curious to see how they're going to do this. Are they going to be aggressive after the defense got the stop and take a shot, or are they going to try to be more conservative here and bleed the clock?
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man.